Alright, in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to get your first lead without spending on ads. And some of you might wonder why your phone isn't ringing. So how much did you really spend on ads last month? 2,000, 3,000? How many of these people who actually clicked turn into paying customers? Here's the thing most local business owners don't know right now. When you pay for ads, you're basically renting out the customers. The second you stop paying, the phone stops ringing. It's like being a hamster wheel that never stops. I talk to plumbers, roofers, HVAC guys, landscapers, electricians every single week. They all tell me the same story. They spend thousands of dollars every single month to keep their phone ringing. And the worst part, half of those calls are tire kickers who want cheap prices. But what if I told you there's a way to get qualified leads without paying per click? What if your website could work for you 24/7, bringing in customers while you sleep? That's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video today. Most local businesses make one huge mistake with their websites. They build it, put it online, and then wonder why nobody calls. The truth is, your website is probably invisible, or if people can find you and they can't really hire you. I'm going to show you in this video a case study I built out just to test out the system to prove to you that it works. How this simple one-page website was able to generate 16 leads, spending less than $100. I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how we built out this page, what made it possible for Google to rank it, and how you can replicate same for your business also with spending, and we'd also go over mistakes we made, things we could have improved upon, and what you could do to get your business ranking in less than 90 days. So stick with me in this video. So the very first thing we did with this website was get an exact match domain. So usually when people go on your on Google to search for whatever service it is you're rendering, I'm going to be using this this web application isearchfrom.com. It kind of simulates exactly the location that you're trying to target. So let's say in our case, because we do have a gutter repair or a gutter company in McKinney. So if we type in gutter repair in McKinney, this is exactly what pops up. So it simulates as if a user is in McKinney making the search. So the first section you see right here is the sponsored ads. If you're watching this video, it therefore means either you're not showing up or you're basically running ads and you're looking to turn down the number of or the amount you spend on ads currently. So there's this first section you see here, the sponsored section. This is the section where people who compete to actually show up right here. They pay Google to get listed right here. The second spot you see here is the Google Business Profile section, otherwise known as the map pack. This is where you have these three businesses right here that Google is organically showing based on various ranking factors, and you have another sponsored post right here again. Then below this, the map section, you see the organic link section here. This is where exactly I'm going to show you how to rank your website in, such that when someone searches a service that you offer in your area, you're able to show up in position number 1, 2, 3. Local SEO is not really that difficult, but there are basic things you need to know how to structure your website the right way for Google to understand exactly the kind of service it is you render. So like I said, the first thing we did with this website was get an exact match domain. An exact match domain, basically, it's you, including the core service you render. In our case, is Goddard's, plus the city in which you render the service in McKinney, in forming the domain name. Google tends to give trust, or Google tends to rank this website with this kind of domain structure way higher than other kind of domains. So that's the first thing we did. The second thing we did is include the core service plus the city in the title tag. This basically indicates to Google exactly what our website is all about. If you remember the search we made just now, you can see it's showing gutter installation, repair, cleaning. So it basically tells the user who is looking at this website that this company does gutter installation, repair, and cleaning. It's more of like an all-in-one service, one-stop shop for all things gutters. So basically that's all we listed there. Then the third thing, in order for us to give Google more context, is to include the core service plus the city in the headline of the home page itself. So for the various web pages you're going to be creating, you want to ensure that the very headline, the first headline, talks about the core service plus the city. Then the fourth thing is also include the core service you render plus city in the very first paragraph just below the heading tag. And that covers the basic SEO fundamentals uh for this first section, which is over the fold right here. In the second section, we basically listed out all of the services we render in our gutter company: replacements, repairs, cleaning, gutter guards, downspout installation, and repairs. Then the third section is what we'll talk about exactly what would make a user trust us. This is where you want to list out how long you've been in business, the kind of services you provide, how timely you are to delivering the services. If you have an award, this is exactly the section you want to include it in. If you offer financing, if you're licensed, if you're insured, this is exactly where you want to include all of those things. And the second to last thing I recommend you also do that we did is the frequently asked questions section. It is in this section you want to list as many questions that is relating to the kind of service that you're offering. In our case, we basically got this through the section called people also ask. So when you basically type in uh, a search query that a user would most likely type into Google, you'll see the section they call people also ask. Basically gives you an hint of the kind of questions people who are looking for your services are kind of asking on Google. So you want to model after those questions and make it local to the area that you're servicing. Now you see how much the goddess cost on average in Texas. This is more of like a general kind of question, but you want to make it local to the area that you're servicing. So you frame the question in a format like this: how much the goddess cost on average in McKinney, Texas? What is the best gutter company in McKinney, Texas? And you answer those questions which relating to the kind of service you're offering. And basically, that's all we did with this website. And the last thing we did was also include the zip code of the city in which we were servicing. This is a must-have because there's sometimes the prospects who are looking to hire your services are looking for a contractor close to the area that they are to come out and meet them anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes time. So you want to include the zip code such that when makes a zip code search, you kind of appear at a very, very top position of Google. And basically, that's all we did for the homepage of the website. The next thing we did was get Google to trust the website. How did we do that? We basically listed the website on the local directories, or more or less your local chamber of commerce also. So we basically list them up, and we have a list of over 400 directories right here that we listed this website on. And we employ the services of Mohammed Wahid on Fiverr. He does this for $75. It's going to save you time. We got our delivery within 3 days or so. So it's something you should do. So for $75 for submitting our website to these local directories, and for the domain name, we're able to get an ownership for $15. So less than $100, we're able to get this website ranking on position number 1 to 3 to even position number 10 for some of the keywords. Like I said, there's some things we didn't do with this website that would have helped us even show up more in the search so that we're able to get more leads. Reason being that for this specific query, gutter repair McKinney, we're ranking position number 2. In order for us to get to position number 1, we need more trust signals. We need Google to understand our website even more. We need Google to trust it even more. And a very easy way to do that is getting other websites to talk about your website and mention them also. A very cheap way is by using a press release. A press release is basically a newsworthy article that you put out on behalf of your business. And we use this because it guarantees us over 450 websites are going to be mentioning us. These are foundational links that Google trusts. So it's something we really want to have, and it's really very cheap. So this is something we could have done to get our rankings boosted way higher. And aside from that, other things we could have done was also get very high quality backlinks where we have just one link costing up to $70 to $100. And you can use the services of my local SEO mentor, Jackie Cho. He offers guest post and niche edits from anywhere between $74 to $90 for local SEO guest post, and $90 to $95 for niche edits. So depending on the quantity you want to really have. So basically what this does is help you get those rankings way up so that you get more visibility and thus more leads and more revenue. Then for the home page of the site itself, I told you we were able to generate up to about 16 leads. These were completely from people filling out this form. We couldn't track the phone number calls because the phone number on the website doesn't work. So that was the very first thing we could have done. Get an active phone number working on this website. We could have doubled or tripled the number of leads that could have come from this website. Reason being that a lot of persons who are looking for search on Google are kind of like in a dire situation and they really need the help or the services of a contractor to come out to their home right now, this very moment. So they'll prefer to call in and get someone answer the phone than filling out a form that takes anywhere between 24 to 48 hours to get a reply back. Then for the website itself, other things that could have boosted the credibility, the authority of this website is having a dedicated page for each of these related services that we render. Gutter replacement will have its own page. Gutter repair will have its own page. Gutter cleaning will have its own page. So each of these kind of build more of like a spider web, uh, uh, more of like a spider web relationship between each of these pages, and those get our website ranked ultimately. We also want to target locations that are within McKinney, our area like Prosper, Roland, New Hope, Fairview, Lowry Crossing, Pristine, Allen, Lucas. So all of these areas are where we really want to target also, such that we're able to get leads from all of these surrounding areas. So basically, these are the things we could have done with this website, and could have cost us anywhere between, I did a calculation of around $244. I'm going to show you exactly what that pans out to be. So we launched this website in November of 2024, and by January of 2025, we got our very first lead. That is almost 3 months apart. So this means that SEO is not a one time and done thing. It's going to take time for it to rank, but once it ranks, it stays there and it keeps ranking and keeps generating you leads month after month. So it's something you really want to have to get in addition to your business. So you own your lead source and you no longer rent out this lead source entirely. So basically, that's all we did for this website to get it ranking. So then there's something that we could build upon that we've tested. So since we've established that the homepage of the website has most of the power because of the number of links that are pointing to the homepage. Remind you that we had over 400 local directories pointing to the homepage. Then if you add the press release of 450 links all pointing to the homepage, in addition with the very high quality backlinks that cost anywhere between $90 to $100 to acquire, all point to the homepage, it gives that homepage so much power such that we're able to outrank Yelp for some of the queries that we are targeting right here. We're able to outrank Yelp. We're able to outrank big franchise like the brothers that just got us. So it's something you really want to do. So in that case, we're proposing if you serve multiple locations, like in our case, we have cities like Allen, Prosper, Princeton, Melissa. So you really want to have a dedicated website for each of these cities. Dedicated website for each of these cities basically helps you rank the homepage for that specific services. And you can structure the website exactly how we've said. You have the main homepage itself. Basically, you have the main homepage itself like this. Then you have the service hub page that lists all of the services that you render. You would also have a location hub page that lists all of the location pages that you render. So since you're having a dedicated website for each of these locations, you will find out that at the end of the day, you're targeting multiple locations with multiple assets. And Google has no reason not to rank you because you're basically competing with yourself in the SERPs, and all roads basically leads back to you when someone clicks on each of the websites. So you could expect to get anywhere between 2 to 5 leads per website. That is 14 to 35 leads completely free. If you were to pay Google to acquire all of these leads, you're spending anywhere between $1,500 to $3,000 on all of these leads. And this is a site you can set up for basically $224 per site, and it gets you ranking. So this is something that you're interested in. You can basically copy the exact thing I've told you in this video: how to structure your own page, how to structure the website, what contents to put, what not to put. You can basically do this out for yourself, or give this video out to somebody you trust who does web design and can implement all of his SEO tactics for you. Or you could basically work with us. You can partner with us long term. And when you do this, we'll basically help you optimize your Google business profile in conjunction with your website. We stay with you long term. We set up an AI automated system that books these calls from you on autopilot. We'll help you set up an automated review collection system for your Google business profile, such that you're able to outrank your major competitors here and show up in the top 3 position right here. So if you've watched this video till now, and you might be wondering, I still need to pay ads. I'm not saying paying for ads are bad. If they give you quality leads, if they give you a very good amount of profit on return, it's okay. But what I'm saying right here is you need to kind of create a buffer solution such that you're able to reduce the amount you spend on ads. Imagine spending $2,000 on ads every single month. That is $24,000 on ads in a single year. What if you could cut that amount into 2? That could mean a lot for your business. It could even help you expand into other areas or other niche you want to expand into. So basically, the choice is all yours. You could keep renting your lead source month after month, or you could basically own yours for less than a penny of its worth. So you could do this basically exactly what we've shown you, or you could come to us and we discuss. You book a call with us, we discuss, we understand exactly the kind of service you offer, the competition in your area, and map out a plan to actually help you achieve this in the coming months. If you've watched this video up till this moment, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I will do well to answer them. See you in the next video.